It all began with one of my clients, a young man who had spent most of his adult life trying to achieve one milestone after another. On the outside, he looked successful, a high-paying job, a picture-perfect relationship, and a lifestyle many would envy. But every time he reached a goal, the feeling was fleeting. He felt like something was missing. He described it as a sense of inner emptiness, a restlessness that wouldn't go away. Deep down, he never felt enough. During one of our healing sessions, the truth began to surface. He had spent his entire childhood seeking his father's approval, a father who was often distant, critical, or simply too busy. Every achievement in this client's life was unknowingly an attempt to win his father's love. And when it never came in the way he needed, he began to question his worth. What he didn't realize was that his unresolved complaints and emotional wounds related to his father were shaping his entire reality. He was subconsciously attracting bosses, romantic partners, and even friends who mirrored the same emotional patterns: criticism, emotional distance, and the constant need to prove himself. He wasn't alone. Many of us carry deep, silent complaints toward our fathers. It could be a father who was never around, who didn't express love openly, who was overly strict, or who lived with stress and emotional burden himself. These complaints don't stay in our past. They live in our subconscious, silently affecting our self-worth, confidence, relationships, and even our financial and career success. If you've ever felt like you're constantly proving your worth, if you've struggled with self-doubt no matter how much you've achieved, or if you tend to attract people who emotionally abandon you or put pressure on you, pause and look within. What unresolved energy are you still holding toward your father? But it's not just the conscious complaints that affect us. There's a deeper layer that many never realize. The emotional energy we absorb from our father during early childhood. Even as infants, we are incredibly sensitive to the emotional environment around us. If your father was angry, stressed, fearful, or emotionally unavailable, you absorbed that energy. It became part of your nervous system's programming. Science supports this through the field of developmental psychology and epigenetics. A father's emotional presence or absence, his mental health, and the energy he carried during a child's formative years all impact the child's brain development, emotional resilience, and identity formation. And these patterns run deep, so deep that we often believe they are just who we are. But what if they're not? What if these patterns can be unlearned, released, and replaced? This video is a very special one. It was meant to be released on Father's Day, but I felt the need to sit with this message longer, to let it come through with clarity and truth. So today, even if it's a little late, I offer this Father's Day special to you, an invitation to release, to forgive, and to heal. One of the most powerful tools I have ever come across for releasing deep emotional blocks is Ho'oponopono. This ancient Hawaiian healing practice is simple, but its power is immense. It is based on the idea that we are responsible for everything we perceive, and through forgiveness and love, we can cleanse the energy that is blocking us from our true self. I taught this client a simple ritual. Every morning, as soon as he woke up, he began saying the Ho'oponopono prayer 108 times, specifically directed toward his father. The 4 phrases: "I'm sorry, Dad. Please forgive me, Dad. Thank you, Dad. I love you, Dad." He did this with presence and feeling even when it felt awkward. Within weeks, his energy began to shift. He felt lighter, more grounded, and less reactive to criticism. He stopped attracting the same toxic patterns at work and in his personal life. And soon, opportunities began flowing to him with ease. Ones that didn't require him to constantly prove his worth. this isn't just one story. Over the past year, I've seen over 73% of clients who consistently practiced Ho'oponopono for their father experience major breakthroughs in their careers. 61% reported noticeable increases in income or new job opportunities, and many said they finally felt a sense of internal peace for the first time in years. Why 108 times? The number 108 is deeply sacred across spiritual traditions. In yogic science, 108 energy lines converge to form the heart chakra. In astronomy, the distance between the Earth and the Sun is roughly 108 times the diameter of the Sun. Repeating something 108 times creates strong neural pathways in the brain, allowing new emotional patterns to take root in the subconscious. This is not just about your father. This is about your life. When you release the complaints, the emotional baggage, and the absorbed pain, you free yourself. You make space for confidence, love, abundance, and clarity. I want to mention here another video I made recently on how hidden memories attract toxic people into our lives. That video is a perfect companion to this one, because until we become aware of what's running in the background, we will continue to attract people and situations that mirror our inner wounds. And if you feel called to go deeper, to be guided more personally through this journey, I want to let you know that my monthly healing slots are open now. You can choose between group healing sessions where we work on shared emotional blocks together and focus on the exact emotions and beliefs holding you back. To inquire or book, you can message me on Instagram. The link is in the description below. Don't wait for your outer life to change. Begin within. Begin with your father. Begin with Ho'oponopono. Start tomorrow morning, 108 times, with love, with intention, and with presence. You are not alone. We heal together. Happy belated Father's Day.